one of our sort of favourite things to do if we're fishing some new turf is literally just spend a bit of time looking for a nice string of marks. You know, it's pretty good. You can chuck a couple of lures out of the back, have a bit of a sound around, and sort of mull over a few ideas for the day. As you go, you can sort of ping, you know, 5 or 6 or 7 marks in a nice little area. That way you've got some bits and pieces to go to, because a lot of this sort of fishing is what we like to call power fishing. So your main predators, the stuff that you really want to catch, are going to come off these spots in the first 1 or 2 drops. Those bigger predatory fish are so dominant to everything else. So you can basically check a bommy that's not too big. You know, something the size of a car is all you really need. And your first 2 drops will pull the fish that you really want to catch off it. Then it's literally a case of leaving that spot, going and checking something else, and just repeating the process. So it's a really, really effective technique for covering a lot of ground, even if you don't actually have much of it to start with. As you can see here, we're just sort of coming onto a couple of bits and pieces here. Got some nice bommies down there with some bait or smaller pelagics down there. So we might ping these couple of pinnacles and do a nice little U-turn and come back around. So obviously there's heaps of bait, and this fuzz down here is really what we want for our demersal species. Like, a lot of the time you won't mark fish. Just that little bit of life down there is all you need. You won't mark so much the larger stuff if it's more solitary, but just seeing that there's life down there is a really good starting point for dropping a jig. And we're sort of coming onto some more dominant sort of fish down there now. They who knows what they might be, but that's the whole fun and games of this sort of fishing, really.